Hello dear viewers, a warm good evening to you all. Hope you have had a lovely day. My name is Jimmy Hanks and as usual I'm back with your show Holy Drive. We're taking a Holy Drive to Style. As you can see me tonight, I'm dressed up by Harsh Suits. It's at California Plaza. My hair is from Damas and my shoes from Smart Fit. You wanna look like me? First look at me very well. Don't crush but just appreciate. I am designed by these three gents. If you wanna check out these three gents, you can wait for the show. Towards the end, I'll share their contacts. As usual, I want to wish happy birthday to everyone who was born in this month. But I want to appreciate everyone who spares time to watch Holy Drive. You are the people that really motivate me to keep doing what I'm doing today. I love you guys so much. When I'm moving different places, I get different comments. You really inspire us. Of course, big upon my producers, Mosea and Hafiz. So thanks for the work that you do to make this show be what it is tonight. As usual, I am honored to be hosting an amazing gentleman tonight. The guest I have for you tonight is a youth. Today we have changed a bit and we have brought a teen, if I may say. He's not an old guy, so I believe today's jazz is going to be a bit different from the one we have always had. And as usual, the aim of this show is to change someone, to make someone gain hope in case you've lost it. And of course, before I bring him on board, I'll take a small break. But before I bring him on board, he's an MC. I think still going to school. I want to know this young man. Who is he? What does he do? How does he manage his life? I'm seeing very many youth going astray, misusing their lives. Today I have a teen for you. And I want everyone to pay attention. And as usual, I am Jimmy Hanks, the only man around town called Jimmy Hanks, even in Uganda. But let me take a small break and I'll be right back with the guests that I have for you tonight. I'll be back from that small break. At this point, I must say that I am profoundly humbled to be hosting my friend, my colleague, MC. You can introduce yourself.
Hey, yo, what's up everyone? My name is MC Emma Mr. Vibes. Yeah, I'm not a teen by the way. I'm a youth, I'm a youth, not a young youth. Yes. You can call that because I'm above the teenage lineage. So I'm in my 20s. I'm 22 years of age, making 23 this year in November. Yeah, that's me.
22 years.
Yeah.
We don't have beards.
Yeah, beards decide whoever they want to be. They decide. God made me like this. Is like MCM be like that without me.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you're a youth. You have 22 years because you look like someone like 17 years.
Of course, of course, that's how God made our family. Our family has young people. When you look at my father, you may think he's 25. Wow. The other man is 55 years of age.
So what are real names, MCM? You can tell us real names, where you come from, where were you born from, all those things.
My real names, the names that my parents gave me, it's Twesime Emmanuel Twino Mgisha. That's my name. Though sometimes the Twino Mgisha, I remember the Twino, I just said Twesime Emmanuel Mgisha to fit on some documents. Twesime. Yeah, Twesime Emmanuel Mgisha. I was born in Kampala from Rubaga Hospital.
Wow, Mama.
Yes.
I was born from somewhere I cannot even mention.
Rubaga, just wadi when Nazari were from Rubaga.
Where are you born from?
I was born on 11th November 1999. Yeah, that's what my mother told me, and that's what the birth certificate says.
You're born from Kampala.
Yeah.
In short, you're a city born.
Yeah, I'm a city boy. I've grown from Kampala. Yeah.
Where is your village?
My village is in Mitoma district, Bushenyi, Mitoma, Western Uganda.
Oh, what's abantu ba Mitoma? Greet them in your language.
I grew up from Kampala, bro.
But I think you have
Mulije
abantu ba
Mitoma naba ya Msamwena
twaba ko ntubakunda munonga. Bagani bakunda munonga.
Bakunda munonga mwena ni bakunda munonga. Mwena.
When you last go to Mitoma?
I think last year but 2.
Last year but 2.
Yeah.
In Mitoma.
The problem is, I grew up when every time we went to the village, we only went there for only like 4 days, 5 days every Christmas season. And when we went there, we could always meet up with our cousins from Kampala. We could only speak Luganda. You understand Luganda and English. So it was hard to learn the Nyankole. I just got to learn some of it recently when I was in my senior 3, I think. That's when I started to
Do you know the meaning of your name?
Twesime. Yeah, of course, it's self-explanatory. Twesime, like
Twesi.
yeah, Twesime. Even Twino Mjisha, I know what it means. We have a blessing.
Wow, for you have some language.
Yeah, I know Nyankole, when someone speaks, I can understand. The problem I have is speech. Like if I'm trying to say some words, it's very difficult for me to say them out. I find out being broken.
As a youth, I'm honored to be having you on this show, and I'll try my level best to educate someone that is watching us tonight. So as MC Emma, where were you? Which school did you attend? Like, give us a brief recap about your history, like school.
My school. I had a very amazing life when I was in school. I started from good schools, I would say. I started from Kampala Quality. I started from Grace Primary School. I went to St. Peter's SS in Zambia. I went to Mugwanya Summit College. Then I went to Comprehensive College. Then Victoria University.
Victoria University. Are you still studying or you're done?
Me, I got done.
Wow, you're living your dream.
Yeah.
So when you were at school, did you ever, what was your dream back then when you were in high school?
I remember when I was in my primary, I think 4, my dad made a birthday for me at home. And I gave a speech. I was like, I want to be a doctor. And everyone was like, yay, they clapped. For real, I wanted to be a doctor because I was wise. Even my P7, I passed well. Senior 5, I did well biology. I did well chemistry, math. But the problems came in. I don't know what happened. In my senior
it happened
5,
all of us.
Yeah, in my senior 5, I kind of reported late at school. I reported like after a month. Those are 4 weeks. I didn't have clear information when the reporting day was, so I reported late. Coming into class, I came when they had left me. I was seeing new things. I was seeing stars, doing mathematics after lunch. I'm seeing simultaneous equations, 3 of them that the teachers just going through. Like, I knew nothing. I had like a black book of notes to copy. I was like, what am I doing here? Like, I'm not understanding anything of this.
Hence dropping BCM.
Yeah, I just left BCM.
Did you start your career of being an MC in high school? Or it was the root cause of all of that, probably? You know, when you're in high school, at times, you hit that cafe at school, you're a celebrity.
Actually,
every girl is crushing you. Cut you enter in class, to a summer, you're chopping to your bad boy.
I was a boat, by the way. If you look at the history of the schools I have passed through, I was always among the best 5.
Wow.
I was a boat. Yeah, I was a boat, except for university. You know, university, there are a lot of boats. You're always in number 20, but you've passed. You understand?
First class, guys from Victoria University, you're my witnesses. Need to get a retake.
No.
Okay, I'll make my research. I'll find out definitely with time.
If you, let me tell you, if you want to do retakes at universities because you want, there are a lot of ways you can dodge retakes. Speaking about the MCing journey, I believe me coming out an MC started in high school. High school, I mean A-level, yes, but back then in my O-level, I was serving as the information prefect. I could read news on assembly, like reading for like 1,000 students, but I was too comical, like everyone could laugh for any kind of news I bring out, whether it's political or school or what. I would make everyone laugh, and I became famous because of that. I became very famous in school because of that. And I remember one day the HM gave me a bursary. So I got a bursary, but this bursary is a funny bursary. I didn't get a bursary of being the best, so it was just because of reading books, and the bursary was not paying for my tuition. It was a funny bursary. The HM told me, I remember the term was left, I think with 7 weeks to end, and the HM told me, for the rest of the 7 weeks, everything you want, just go to the canteen, you ask for everything you want. Breakfast or lunch.
And supper.
Oh no, it was only breakfast and lunch.
No,
like she used to do that, like wherever you performed well in beginning of term, they give you such. Besides, the academics part. Yes, for one day I was on the assembly reading news and she came. It was a Friday because we used to have 2 assemblies. Monday was for administrative assembly where we only had administrators talking. Then the Friday was a students assembly where we only had teacher on duty, then students leaders like HP. Then we happened to have her that Friday. She had me reading the news. She called me. I was scared that she's going to cut my trouser. It was fitted.
You used to put on pipes, eh?
Not I didn't put on those tight pipes, but I wanted to look nice, you know, in a moccasin.
You're the celebrity in school.
Yeah, like
you're having
like
a very big following. All of girls are crushing you.
No. By then I was in senior 2, but I was famous. Eh?
Even in senior 2?
Yeah, I was in famous.
Did you have a girlfriend in senior 2 back then?
No, I didn't have.
But you had those ones just to crush
Yeah, I
you.
had best friends. I had 2 girls who were my best friends and people thought we are dating. You know now it's into be so many.
Yeah,
I started doing those dating things in senior 4, but it was not
in senior 4 when you began dating.
Yeah.
Did your parents know about that?
No.
Or they are just hearing for the first time on set?
No.
You could be surprising them.
You know these are school things, you know. Didn't we have Joe? Yeah. But by the way, I was very happy when I got that bursary. You know, like I want this and this and this. And the HM wrote
on HM's budget. So proceed. You kept on moving.
So I became famous because of reading news in school. So even the elections came, I stood up for being the information prefect. You know, the assistant, the information. So I was facing someone who's in senior 5, you know, an A level versing an O level for the post of the information, not assistant. Because in my school we used to contest for 2 positions. If you want to be the head boy, you pose. If you want to be the assistant head boy, you do that. The more you over the work with, you become the assistant. That's how it was. So I went there. And what was amazing, we went for screening and I was scared, man. You know, someone who's in senior 5, I know is looking nice. Hey, we went for screening in the staff room. They asked us questions, we answered, then the voting came, man. At our school, we used to use ballot papers. The whole day we were voting. People voted, man. They read the results later in the evening, and I was the best. And I had a long margin more than him, and I was scared. I was like, what?
It was a landslide victory, in short.
Yeah, I was the information. That was my biggest, let me say, achievement when I was still in school. Like, it was not that case in that.
So hence, launching into the MC. So I want to know, where does your breakthrough come in?
To become my breakthrough, an MC. My MCing came in A level. I was in a school called Comprehensive College. It's located at Gaza Road.
Yeah, Comprehensive, with your hobbies and OGs.
Yeah, I love you, my hobbies and OGs of Comprehensive College. Even my head teacher, Mr. Chimbugwe. I still remember these guys, Mr. Chimbugwe, Mr. Pio. Yeah, at least those ones I remember. Yeah. I remember I came in that school. It was our welcoming party. I was told you're going to be the MC. Like out of the blue, I was like, no, I don't know you guys. Like, you know when you've just come, because remember I reported late, and in 2 weeks' time it's our welcoming party. You're going to be the MC. I was like, what? I even don't know you guys. What? So they told me to be the MC. I remember that day I came late and they had already put another MC. So I didn't MC that day.
You missed out.
Yeah, I missed out. But I didn't get hurt because I was not ready for this. You understand? I was like, yeah. So I look at the person MCing. I was like, okay. This is how they do it. I was like, okay. So for the next party, it was the Interact party. I was like, I want to be the MC. They said, can you manage? I was like, yes. I went. I was the MC. The Interact party was after our coming party, like a week. I was the MC, but doing boring things. I was like, okay, let's welcome this one. Not this cool MCing. But people are like, yo, you did great. I was like, okay, I felt good. So in that same school, I contested for being an information prefect. Still, I won. Still, though on that school, I came and they say unopposed.
Unopposed.
Unopposed. I was unopposed. I won. I became the information prefect. I made history in that school because the way I was reading news was very different from the way these guys were reading news. Me, I had too much creativity. I used to call guys. I'm like, I want to senior on kids. I want to read news with them. I tell them, I give them the mic. You're going to stand there. You're going to stand there. Me, I'm going to be the main guy in the news. I used to do like a newsroom. I'm be like, all right, news. Let's go to our reporter Salim Hamadi from Senior to tell us what happened in the O level. Then guys don't know who Sally is. They just see a name, someone talking from there. All right, and I already given that guy a script. I gave it to Visesa. You understand? I think I'm saying, okay, shh, they'll slap you. You know, doing that comedy thing on assembly, people laugh, and okay, I was loud for my creativity. Even my teachers, I was so loved.
So now eventually that launched you into being an MC.
Yeah, so I started making research every time I got, because in my school being an information people, you could access internet to get information. So I could go to YouTube, I search about MCs, how they do it. I saw something very different. I was like, hey. You know, I used to search the wrong MCing, like club MCing. I was like, can I manage this?
Okay.
Yeah.
I get you. So as an MC, after being launched into that, should I call it career?
Yeah.
How did your parents receive the news? Because usually many parents feel like, one of our times again, movie bala is gonna get spoiled. How did your parents receive? You
actually
hide, you escape from home, you go and you do your thing, then you come back.
My parents got to know about my MCing is when I got myself on Tree TV. I didn't always do club MCing when I was in school, when I was at my parents' home. No, I did my MCing at school basis. I used to do school events. You understand? School events. I remember even one day I had UNEB on Monday, Sunday. It was a party for seniors. I was the MC. I didn't read, bro. I was like, me, I want to be the MC. You understand? But luckily, by the UNEB came out, I was number 3, I think. The whole of senior 6, I was number 3. Arts and O level, I was number 3. You may think I'm lying. You can ask the confession.
No, I'm trying to believe whatever you're telling me. But I'm gonna make my research after here.
You can check newspaper, New Vision. It was I said
New Vision.
Yeah, New Vision. I'll give you the years and you search for that newspaper. I was there in the newspaper. So I got my breakthrough of being an MC when in my VAC of senior 6. I started wanting to work on TV. You understand? Because I told my guys in class I'm going to work on TV.
Before leaving guys school,
so I had to threatening. I had to prove them wrong that
you're still the bad man.
Yeah, the bad man. So I went out, man, I hustled. I remember I started with some radio called Success TV, no pay. I was young, exploited. But I kept loving what I was doing, because God told us, do something you do with love. You understand? When you do something with love, it always pays out. You understand? I won't say a lot of what happened in my journey of being an MC. I remember I got a chance. I met a lady called Lynette Zen that introduced me to STV. Right now she's working with Urban TV. Wow. She's called Lynette Zen. She's one of the people that opened my career of TV.
Wow.
There's another person called Nyaroto Jonathan from a church that I was serving from as the MC.
Even in a church?
Yeah.
Which church was that?
It's called the House Church in Chitetika.
Chitetika?
Yeah, Chitetika. Yeah. It's called the House Church in Chitetika. I met a guy called Nyaroto Jonathan. They gave me that chance to read news in church.
Wow.
I sit in front of a camera like, I read news. They project the news on Sunday services. So he always taught me how to do things, and I met Lynette Zen that got me into TV. I was taught a lot of things. Slowly and slowly I did my first TV show. It was called Fashion Factory. I was doing fashion on TV, bro.
Ah, wow.
In my senior 6 back, I was like, hey, these people don't know me, man.
You went back, did you go back to your former school?
Yeah.
Tell them, you guys, I think you can see me, I'm a bad guy.
It was our Obi and OG's Mundi. I went. I even hired a car,
Even hired a car?
To go and show off.
How much were you earning by then?
Nothing, man. I was, they didn't even pay me.
All you were aiming at was gaining that fame.
Yeah, that fame, you understand.
Okay, that's really awesome. So MC Emma, I'm seeing you now, you're living in your dream. You became an MC eventually. But after becoming an MC, before becoming an MC, were you going to church?
Of course.
House
Church. It's called the House Church Tetika. Yes, when you reach Kumbuzi Gaza Road, there's that road that goes to Namirembe. That's where you turn from. You ask for House Church.
So when you were in that church, I guess you became an MC at the same time.
Yeah, I was the MC of that church, the news anchor of that church.
So did you drop your Christian values after becoming an MC? Because people have bias. bw'ogamba omuntu nze natandise okukola obwa MC agamba n'omwana atandise okwonooneka agenda gwa. So how did your church receive the news? Even your family ongambe, I don't know about your church. You're this church boy, you're even reading news in church. You're now you're now an MC. How was that?
You know, funny thing about God, God has plans. We don't, when you work according to God's plan, you always win out. When you work according to your plans, they always go down because they are your plans, they are not God's plan. That's not what the plan has for you. Me, I believe being an MC was already into God's script of my life, being an MC. And I came out, because I'm not the only MC who's there who's in the gospel fraternity. We have a lot of them. We have King of Radio. He's an MC, he's a radio presenter. I also came out, but my perspective, I came out as an MC, but majorly working for TV. TV, church I was doing a little, they didn't pay me, you know, if you're church, church boy. You know, I always, then I went into these so-called worldly things, emceeing on events, but I have someone who's called DJ Pius. He's one of the best DJs of the gospel fraternity. I think you know him. He told me one thing. If you're serving God with God looks at your heart, doesn't look at the things you do. You can be there, you give your 1 million as an offer to Renenga. At heart, you're not even happy that you're giving it out there. Yes, I decided to do these things of the world, but at heart, I know I'm doing this because God gave me this talent. I'm inspiring a lot of people.
Wow.
When they meet me, I can tell them my journey. It's all about God. Yes. I'm not being an MC to amuse my pastor, to amuse my church. No, I'm doing this to entertain God's people. You understand? I'm not leading them away from God. I'm entertaining them. Because DJ Pass told me we always get a wrong perspective of God. Being a born again doesn't mean that you shouldn't listen to earthly songs. You shouldn't. What should you do? Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
When they play a song on TV or ANC, TV you get a Jijako? Another question. Is that TV that you're watching made by God or by a person?
Of course, it's a human being.
Remember, God looks at the heart. We love God. God loves people that love Him genuinely, not people that pretend.
So do you love God genuinely?
Of course I love God genuinely because He has made me the person who I am.
As an MC, and you're meeting beautiful girls, you're seeing this, what? How do you handle? Do you still stand on your feet and say, I am a child of God, I will not fall into the traps, or you accept to be consumed by the so-called fame?
Of course, if I ever
because I've seen very many people who are once in church, never gained a munsi. They began with like music. They sing one song, second song, they backslid. Today they are forgotten in church, if I may say. Banji bago, if I may say. So as MC Emma, I want you to look into that camera and tell us that once you are an MC, you still stand on your feet and proclaim the goodness of the Lord.
Of course, I do that. I once talked to my pastor. I asked him one question, like, is it bad for me to work for these clubs? Is it bad for me to work for these events that are not churchly, that are not godly? Then he told me one thing. It's always nice to always stand to your core values. You love God, you serve God. He always looks at your heart. I was with a pastor called Pastor Charlie. So when I'm in a bar working for money. I want money. I'm working for money that's going to sustain my living, my eating, my everything, you understand? When I'm done working, you can prove the people I'm always with, the table I'm always seated on, it's always my circle. I sit there, I be on my phone, or I just dance, you understand? It's okay. It's very fine for a man to get attracted to a lady because it's very fine. The Bible says there's no prayer that can stop seduction. When something is seducing, you run away, move away. I think you know that.
Yeah, I know.
Move away, go away from there. You don't pray about seduction, you understand? When you see that something is going to seduce you, like, for example, yes, in bar people dress the way they want, yes? Well, then why should I stay there? Even when I'm always seated in the VIP sections with my people. That's what I do. You understand? And it's very okay to get attracted to people, but how do you handle such situations? You were born again, do you drink alcohol in a bar? You mean God can't go in a bar? God can't exist in a bar. Why did God send Moses back to Egypt?
So you feel like being an MC does not affect your faith?
No. If remember I told you, God looks at the heart. We shouldn't be born again of pastors. We are born again of God, Jesus. You understand?
As a young guy,
Let me say an example. We have waitresses that work in a bar but are born again. They are working there not because they want, but
mbeera
but you're but
oba nawe oli olwa mbeera eyo.
no, I'm doing this. By the way, the thing is the thing. I have hustled my way out to become the person I am today.
Yes.
And I'm being called to work on corporate. You will never see me in these cheap things, no. And I'm not bragging. God put me high, you understand?
I know.
Yeah.
And you're still even a young guy.
Yeah.
As a young guy, by the MC Emma, how do you, okay, I'm looking at you still a young guy, you're growing up. How do you handle the temptations? Because you're still a young guy, and there's so many old ladies who would love to spend time with you, right?
My mother.
So how do you handle your mothers in the bars? Because man, this young guy, boy is handsome, you know? This boy.
You know,
how do you handle those stubborn women that you meet in the bars?
I'm this person who never is attracted to money. And I thank God that He made me that way.
But you meet such challenges?
Yeah, I meet them.
Okay, now you
someone comes to you, like you're emceeing, they send a waiter. Someone says, say my name out, they are giving you this kind of money. They give you 100K just to say the name. You're like, okay, shout out to this boss lady. You say out their name, you get like money. When you're done, when you're going to see, they call for you. Or they're already seated in VIP. You go there, you're thinking you're going for business. So while the woman gives you her numbers, like call me. Oba, where do you say? Then Oba, they just go straight to the point. I liked you. I want you to be this and this. I'm going to give you this and this and this and this and this. Me, I have this kind of character. I always listen as I'm smiling. That's my way. I'm always thinking out things. Because by the way, I hustled, and my hustles taught me a lot of things from people. You understand? So I always look at people, especially those mothers that want me. When you're done with talking, I'm like, okay, you give me your number, I go with your number. You never hear from me again.
So what is your advice to those young men that are falling into those traps? Because there are many, I know. Money has become a problem. Everyone wants money. So when a young guy sees a lady with money, he feels like he can easily grab the opportunity. I was watching some video of recent. A very young guy acquired AIDS through such kind of things. The guy met an old lady, she had the money. They began, I think, staying together. The lady had HIV. At the end of the day, after the boy knew that he had HIV, yakuyo omukyala namugamba, omanyi nti nina sirinya, omukyala namugamba, oli musiri olowooza nti ni muganda wo. So what advice to young men that are fallen into that trap?
My advice to young men, because they are already those ones that are already dating. They are women that they are above 20 or what. You can do whatever you want, but the thing is, let's work, because God gave us hands, God gave us feet. Let's work, let's create jobs. You understand? Let's use our talents, because by the way, talents pay a lot, because God gave us talents to have a better life.
Tell them.
There are a lot of people in the Bible that use their talents, and trust me, they became kings. They became kings. You understand? So guys, let's stop looking at quick money. Quick money is nothing. You get diseases for nothing. The best thing is to wake up, go work, use your talent. However much it will take you 10 years or 2 years or even much, or even one day, because God has His timing, you eventually come out.
Thank you very much. As we end up this show, as MC Emma, what are some of the things you look back and say, it's been the glory of God, it's been the grace of God? Yogamba singati yali Katonda nganze MC Emma Sunday badde when, because you're still a very young guy, 22 years, you're still very young. I've seen people hustling at the age of 40 to become MCs. Maybe guy, I've seen them. They're hustling day and night. Things have failed to work out. So as Emma, at the age of 22 years, what are some of the things you look back and say, yeah, it's been the glory, it's been the grace of God?
I would say my best thing in life is working with U24 TV.
Wow.
It was kind of a miracle. I came here like looking for a TV show on some TV called Magic One.
Yes.
And things didn't work out as I had planned. So I was at church with the other guy I told you, Jonathan. Then I got a call. I don't know where this guy got my number. This guy is called Hafizo. Right now, he's my producer.
Big upon Hafiz.
Yeah,
Big
Hafizo.
upon him.
I was just there at church. Didn't call me that we want to give, like, he didn't ask me of my working experience, my word list. We want to give you a show on U24. I was like, what? Then he told me, can you come tomorrow? I was like, yes, I can. When I came here, it was true. I found people. I found Mose. I didn't know Mose by then. He was a very great guy. And like, I met these amazing people, and these people have seen me transform from the person they met last by then till now. It's that these people, I'm who I am right now. So it has been, I don't know how God made it, because I didn't talk to Hafizo. He didn't have my number. I saw him as a big person, like he's at U24.
When they called you, got
Then
scared.
out of the blue, I saw a number. I just picked up. It's like, hello. It's like MCM. I was like, yes. How are you? This is Hafizo from U24. I was like, okay. We want to give you. She was like, wow.
Wow.
This is God speaking, not Hafi. It's God. Because I prayed for this. I will love this. I did this out of love.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's the chintu kyogamba nti Mukama.
Yeah. There are a lot of things that God has done for me. A lot.
One
But
more.
One
Wind
more.
up.
The other thing is God, I would appreciate God for in my life is for my beautiful parents. I have lived a very good life, I would say that. My dad is not that very rich person, same as my mom, but they have given us the best life that we ever wanted in this life. So I would look at that as my best moment in life.
Wow. Maybe you can give us your last remarks. You send out greetings to your family, to your friends. What else? You share your different handles. Then I wind up the show.
All right, my last words are that is,
And
guys,
your
always-
best verse, in case you have one.
I always put it here. It's all about love. Love.
Yeah.
It's always about love. It's Corinthians chapter 16, verse 14. It says, do everything in love. Do everything in love. Do whatever you're doing in love. If you really love something you're doing, trust me, it will really work out. Because me starting my emceeing journey, I didn't get paid, but I loved it. Right now, I'm getting paid even more than the salary I get.
Wow.
You understand? So do everything you do it with love, and it will obviously work out. It's Corinthians chapter 16, verse 14.
Wow.
Yeah. Those are words of wisdom from the
But I'm
Bible.
saying, do you go to church? Just your Monday to Sunday, you're like a party, and do you also go to church and pray?
Yeah, I go to church Sundays. If I can't manage to go to church on Sunday, and I know that on
Okay.
Sunday I'm fixed, I always go for an overnight on Friday.
Okay, thank you very
Yes.
much. You can share your different social media handles. Maybe also greet one or two people. Then
Yeah, my
we'll call
social
it a
media
day.
handles, you can always follow me on Facebook, that's MSema256. On Instagram, it's MSema256. TikTok, MSema256. Twitter, MSema256. Okay, all platforms, MSema256 with my face. And also you can catch me every single Saturday on U24. That's from 11 a.m. 12 p.m. That's fresh and clean for you. I have a youth show, by the way. It's a
Yeah.
youth show. Yeah, you can go there and watch it. I want to send my shout outs to my producer Hafizo. I love this man, by the way, so much.
Yeah, man.
He's like my
I
brother.
also love him so much.
Yeah, and my sister Daphne, my bros Tony, and my gang, yeah, my gang, MCM gang. Yeah?
Yes.
Bagala nyo basajam. I love you so much. And lastly, Moze, mwah, kwagala nyo bro.
Chakavi.
Eh.
Anyway, thank you very much, MCM, for honoring the invitation. It's been a pleasure having you. As usual, my name is Jimmy Hanks, and I'm the host of this show. I want to appreciate people who have dressed me up tonight. Of course, I'm beginning one time. Let me begin from the head. I want to appreciate Damas. He's at Park View Level 5. He's the one who makes me look awesome. My hair is done by this gentleman. You can get him on 07027 56084. And of course, I am dressed up by Hafiz at California Plaza. IF50's number is 07056 93428. And of course, Musa at Capital Center, his number is 07088943353. My last request, whoever is watching this show, I can request you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called The Holy Drive. It's one of supporting us. I can easily follow up the show on YouTube at times because I can easily get feedback directly. So I humbly request everyone to subscribe to our channel. It's called The Holy Drive, and I'll be glad to see you doing so. Anyway, it's been a pleasure having you all on this show. Big upon my producers, Hafizo and Mose. Thank you very much. And of course, I want to send greetings to my people where I come from. I love you so much. People watch this show from different places. I was in a different country of recent, and I was surprised someone watches this show. I was really humbled by that kind of love. And of course, I want to send a greetings to, happy birthday to Lynette and everyone born in this month. I love you so much. I cannot say everything and I finish it tonight. I have to just wish you a blessed night. And I always tell you, oyo mutonzi gwensaba abakume. Until we meet, akume hata kumira mpera.